The financial markets can be a scary place, and they don't rest for anybody. Our goal here at A1 Trading is to bring you coverage every day, so you can be up to speed on the latest market moves. Before the show begins, remember that trading involves risk, and that anything shared in our content should not be construed as financial advice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where does the allocation of funds happen right now?
And it'll go exactly where you wanted it to go. The next bit, after that, you'll enter and then it'll go up.
How would you enter, right? What if you're new to order blocks? What if you're nervous, right? Let's say.
And the correction moves is in the A, B, C move.
Today's stream is made possible by our partners and sponsors. If you're looking for a new broker, trying to get funded, or looking for a trading community to join, consider checking out the links in the description below. By using these links, you'll get access to great products and be supporting the channel. Without further ado, the show is about to begin.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the A1 Trading YouTube channel. I'm joined by our very exquisite and very well-dressed, always beating me on the dressing department, and the sunglasses. I got these glasses, but that's not as cool as me, so I'm going to leave those to the side. Guys, this is Ivan. If you don't know Ivan, where you been? Ivan is like the co-host now of what we do here at A1 Trading. So, Ivan, what's going on, man, and what are you looking at? This is a crazy market right now.
How on earth can Friday become worse than closing on Friday evening?
Hey, you know what, Ivan? I've got to ask.
I closed my oil trade.
Ivan, I don't know. So do you have like several suits? How do you, or are you just like re-wearing the same one? Do you have like somebody doing your laundry? How do you stay so well dressed? You got to let us know.
As a trader, you make a lot of money, so you have plenty of suits. I have two. So
okay, nice. Ivan, you were long in oil. What's going on? Are you still long in oil?
No. I closed it.
Did you close it? Can you show us? I'm curious.
Well, do you want to see the actual order, or just that I closed it when it was because it was around my entry around here, around that candle there.
Did you close it on the open? When did you close it?
On Friday,
you closed it on the open. You said, okay,
PM.
That's enough for me.
10:30, like 30 minutes before close.
Okay. Oh, wait, before close.
Just before close.
Ivan. So you missed the gap open.
Hard.
Oh, pain. So you're not alone. I had plenty of pain last week. So, okay, so you close it just before the close. Are you looking to get back in? What's your thoughts on this oil move now?
No.
You're not looking back to get out. Okay, but it looked like it's filled the gap. So you don't think it's bullish anymore.
So psychology. What brings it up is psychology. The reason why it went up is because markets are thinking that America, Europe can live without Russian oil.
Okay.
And then they'll start thinking, well, we can't. So it goes back down again. So the whole move is psychology. It's not supply demand. It's not like there's less sellers in the market, there's less buyers in the market. It's just market went higher. So for me, it's like, okay, whatever. Gone is gone. Also, the reaction of the market is it went to weekly target, give or take, up to 27, 28. Seems to be okay for now. So the pullback is hard. I don't like that pullback. That is a take profit, and I don't know how far it can fall before it ever goes back up again.
Fair enough.
So,
fair enough. Yeah, I actually got out of my gold trade for a similar reason. We had a big gap up, and when we started to fade that gap immediately, I just hopped out because I was like, you know what? If it gaps up like that, a lot of times you just get that knee-jerk reaction higher, and then it pulls back very quickly to fill the gap. So what are your thoughts? What are you looking at in terms of this week? Is there any setups that you like? Or are you on the sidelines? What do you think?
I don't like anything. I hate everything. I hate my life. Everything. I hate.
No, you don't, Ivan. You're a very happy guy. If you hate your life, we got bigger problems.
No, actually, it's actually very little. Dollar is extreme. Euro has hit target, is extremely low. There's ECB meeting this week. Can be some volatility on euro this week. Oil is too high coming back. Nat gas is probably the only one that I'm kind of thinking more into the commodities, which is supposed to go higher, but they all have had pretty horrific pullbacks today, so it's all shaken. So I don't want to be in that kind of market.
Sure. So commodities looking a little bit rough. What about any currencies? Are there any? What about Aussie, NZD? I saw they were pulling back a little bit this morning. Are they still pulling back?
Well, I have had my fair share of the discussion with some of these traders that has been buying Euro New Zealand last week or the previous weeks, and there might be a pullback. But also everything is low, everything is gone, everything is just adios amigos. Even my S&P 500 went to stop loss, so seems like we're fantastic traders.
It happens, man. I like I said last week, I struggled with the yen a little bit. Or in the Swiss franc, actually, both. Of course, I was playing with fire a little bit there. Finally caught something kind of moving in my favor. I can actually pull up my dollar yen trade I was talking about before the end of the stream. The thing is, Ivan, I wanted to ask you about this. So I did some research on the trade relations between Japan and Russia, and it was actually marked as the number 3, at least on the thing that I was finding. I'd have to pull it up. Like the number 3 rated most impacted Asian economy to the Russian situation. And that kind of put a little bit of a reasoning behind why the yen is not screaming to the upside. Japan and Russia, they have trade relations, whereas you're seeing places like, the US dollar be very, very strong. It's kind of like it's winning out on the safe havens right now. And I don't know, that kind of made a lot of sense to me for short term, why even though we are in a risk off sentiment, the yen is not showing incredible strength to the upside. What do you think about that?
Have you heard about China and what they are doing in Taiwan?
Yes. And what's your
Maybe
thoughts on that?
Maybe that has an impact. Also the thing is that I actually haven't done the research of why yen is weak. My only kind of thought is, what if people are afraid to buy yen because there's going to be a risk, a premium with the China-Taiwan war, so dollar is kind of like, okay, let's go there instead. Or Aussie is, yes, that's the winner. And we shy away, even though that should be the normal move. It's not the move now because there is other attributes to it. And also, as far as I know, Japan doesn't have inflation yet. So there seem to be no reasons for them to go back there, even though I did not know that there was this Russian yen relation. So I actually need to do some research today so I can be more updated there.
Yeah, but, and I wanted to add to that. So the idea being that, okay, you've got Australia way down here, and they have a lower threshold. I'll find that chart. I'll see if I can send it to you. I found this chart of like the Asian countries and their exposure or forecasted exposure to the Russia situation. And Japan rated very, very highly exposed to it, whereas Australia rated almost at the bottom, like very low exposure to it. And hence why you mentioned this last week, why we could have seen some real good strength coming into Australia, both from the commodities market that they are heavily involved in, but also their lower exposure to places like Russia.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah,
I have scratched my head pretty down to the brain as to why Aussie was so strong last week. Why is New Zealand so strong? And it's kind of like a move that I didn't expect, and I need to learn that. That is maybe that's something that is not taught for me or in any book. So I just have to relearn that. The other thing with Russia, though, now that they are kicked off SWIFT, or some banks are kicked off SWIFT, there should be more exposure to Asia now and to China, because where else will they go? China wants to trade with them. China is a friend. But how much are they able to? Well, I talked about an oil cable or pipe to China. That's going to take time, unless they have started already. I don't know. Yeah. But that could maybe make them more independent of the euro market. But I definitely see this shift to the Chinese market. But I actually have to also, again, educate myself of what can China give Russia?
Sure. Yeah, no,
compared to
it's a
Europe.
very interesting. And the thing is, just full transparency, you guys, when you watch this content, we are doing our absolute best to research and to bring things up. That's new information to me that I just dove into. There are more things for us to possibly know than we ever could. For trading, in my opinion, you don't have to know every single thing. You can know the story, you can go with the flow and ride momentum, that sort of thing. But the more you know, the better. So we're always learning things. Again, there you go. Ivan and I just discovered something recent about the oil potential trade between China and Russia. That's something that I hadn't heard about. So this is why we do this, you guys. This is why we meet every day. We discuss what's going on and what could be impacting markets next, and trying to stay on the front of stories. So yeah, that made me, I really scratched my head too on the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. It wasn't until you take a look at the two factors, right? The commodities market very strong, and the situation with low, proximity or pain from that situation compared to other places. So it's really a best of the worst sort of situation.
So, people, this is one of the many one of the many research reports I've been reading for the past couple of weekends. Every weekend there's a weekly focus from Danske Bank. I'm not paid to mention those. I'm just having an example of this is the reports, some of the reports that you could look into, and they also explain the reasons of why the market did what it did and what are they looking forward into the coming future. And many banks does this, and it's a free way to get into more information of what the market actually did or what could potentially come in for the next week.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a lot of people ask all the time, Ivan, and you probably say something similar, but people ask all the time, how do you stay up to date on fundamentals? And the answer is just read a lot. Like, you have to read a lot. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of keeping up with what different stories and what things are unfolding. So, Ivan, thank you for sharing your take. Thanks for having a conversation with me. I'm going to leave you to it. You guys are in good hands. Mr. Ivan is, like I said, he's the co-host around here on A1 Trading. So by all means, enjoy the stream, have fun with it, and we'll be in the background if you need us.
Thank you very much. So, people, now that the parents has gone, hope you're having a fantastic day, people. Just to re-mention that I am the head analyst here at A1, and I do webinars with the VIP group every Wednesday and Friday. And you have seen some of the videos being posted here on A1 as to what I've said in those meetings. If you want to be a part of that, I really highly promote that. Not because I am there, because I'm talking too much, but was it 100% people said like they have tons of feedback, they learn a lot of it, and it's a coaching webinar where I'm supposed to be there for 30 minutes, but I'm there for more like 1.5 hours, and I answer your questions. It doesn't really matter what the questions is. I am really happy to answer anything, and I will explain anything for you, basically. So it is, as long as I can answer the question, and as long as it's market related, I am highly trying to be helpful to you, and I think that many people has been really benefiting that. Just mentioning it. I think Friday was a good day as well. And other than that, how do you get access to that? Probably need to talk to Emily or the link down below. I am not too sure, but yeah, that's that. So, by the way, one of the reasons of when New Zealand strengths has been strong might be interest rate, might also recently because of the highest traded currencies. Yes. So even though I said a couple of minutes ago, I do not fully understand why New Zealand Aussie was so strong, I can come up with a solution, which is, yes, commodities rising. Yes, could be higher rate hikes coming in from New Zealand. Yes, that could be true. But it beat dollar. Beating dollar in a strong dollar move is exceptionally strong. It is almost unheard of in my books. So dollar getting strong also almost automatically becomes weaker. So for me to see that, I don't know if it happens too often, but it's definitely one of the fewer times. So Why are other indices such as GXY only open for a few hours, unlike DXY? GXY is calculated out of kind of like what do you call it? An estimated price. The ones that I also use is 6 and then the currency, 1 exclamation, which in this case is for the Swiss franc is 6S1 exclamation mark. For the J, it is 6J, 1 exclamation mark. That is the summary of the yen pairs. I'm not too sure which one that is, but it's derived of actual other trading pairs out there. So the GXY is an estimate, and the 6J1 exclamation mark is based upon what other currency pairs are doing in the market at the moment. Yeah, okay, cool. To access the webinars I just talked about, use the link in the Discord below. The webinars are exclusive content for our VIP web members. There you go. But so it's it's a lot of fun as well. I can crack some jokes, but it's highly high content, I would say. CAD yen, USD, please. Yeah, of course. Let's go through everything I should go through today. First of all, welcome. My name is Eivind, trader for 8 years. Then the next one, which currency pairs, which assets do you want me to cover? That's also the other thing. What do you think currently what do you think that is currently moving the market? I'm not going to give you the answers to that. And thirdly, are you learning anything? Then I will ask that again by the end of it, so to see that you have actually learned something new today. Gold is moving up, with dollar is so weird too. Yeah, also that is kind of like there is going to be those days, but those days are probably not the days you're thinking I should be trading aggressively. Let's make that assumption. So CAD yen, 4 hour, straightforward, nothing else in between, absolutely crushing it to the downside. Weird as a donkey. It's weird. So I don't know why that was a good one, but anyways, CAD yen is supposed to be higher because of higher oil prices, and it is crushing it. Is it because of there's no more rate hikes being coming out of Canada? Is that maybe the reason? Is it the reason that because people had a trade plan because it was supposed to fall in March? Maybe both. So the thing is that whatever you put as a reason for the market to move, don't get blind. Don't be blind. Don't trade what you believe you're going to see. Euro New Zealand is a good example of that one. I also saw someone buying euro dollar at 111, I think it was, and they have blown their accounts. You know what? Just literally, people. So next to me here, there's a chair. I want to hold your hands. Okay, here's my hand. I want to hold your hand. Put it over there, so we can sit together, and I will hold your hand. That's kind of what I want to do, And I would have told you, don't ever buy in a bearish trend that is going hard down. What is a bearish trend, you might ask? Bearish trend is lower lows, lower highs. It is definitely when is 111? 111 is here. Is that the bearish market? Absolutely. And when do you get out? When it makes a lower low. Straightforward, nothing else. Not financial advice, by the way, but generally, technically, that's how you do it. So when you come into CAD yen, for example, what do you first see here? You see a range. You see a peak. And you see the market went up pretty hard up to take profit for the week. Last week. Pretty fast. Pretty hard. Now, what are we going to do now? Are we going to be, wow. There's two ways of reacting to this. This one was first, you're selling in this area, hit your stop loss. Sorry. If you're a buyer, you're thinking, well, that was your buy entry. Or in this area here. Now we went up here. Now as a buyer, you take profit and you run. Go, Forest. And if you're a seller, you're thinking, well, if we break this low, I'm going to sell it. It's going to be aggressive. It's going to be a smaller part of your account. but that is your two-way strategy. Two-way strategy is you try first, and then it goes a bit down, maybe go back to break even, stop loss, whatever that happens to your account. I don't know, but something goes back up to the second potential time it can go down from. Okay, now what you need now, you need a reversal, you need a stop loss, you need, so you need a bearish trend, and there we go, bada bing, bada boom, you got some entries. Boom. Boom. Okay? So, now this week, my ladies and gentlemen, I am not too sure where we're gonna go. So we're gonna go going back down to technicals, and we're gonna say this is a level to be looking for a buy, and this is a level to be looking for a sell, or at this level. I'm not saying you should sell it there. I'm not saying that this is what you should do, but you probably have your own reasons. If it's actually just selling, if it's bearish engulfing candle or whatever candle you're using, I don't know what you're using. That's up to you. My take here is that it will fall. And then we shall see him right if I'm wrong. Here is the first attempt. Here is the second attempt. Here's the third attempt. How do you do that actually in your trading account? You do 0.03 for each of those. If your minimum is already 0.01, okay. Then you probably try here 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.01, sorry. And if it doesn't work, well, then you have tried it out. And is that part of my strategy? This is part of my strategy as a seller of Cadian. Good on that, good on that. USD yen. And Nick, you are a saint for making money here because you're out of your lucky. But I mentioned is 14.15, 114.50 level since you're born, right? So you get it again. Good, finally, you got a good entry. So we now can agree that 14.50 area is a good level to take to enter in this. Okay, 14.50, 14.60 ish, give or take. Then 114.60, 114.50 ish level, and it went higher. Okay, cool. Now we will stop loss to break even, and you're good to go. Now, you are a well-seasoned trader. I'm not going to give you anything on my opinion, but my opinion here is range. And that's how you should trade it. And you should be buying the bottom. You should selling the top. And that's kind of what you educationally supposed to do. But it's how you're supposed to behave. Now, can you buy or sell now? No. This is not educationally a good place to start doing anything. So, for those who are asking for USDN, we have Muhammad. We have D dot week 1. Can you tell me? Do you have any interest here? Are you looking to sell? Are you looking to buy? What are you waiting for? What is your deal here? So in my webinars, I need to have your brain put on. I want you to tell me if you have a direction, if you have a stop, if you have an entry here, if you have anything tangible, or you're just thinking, well, what do you think, Eivin? Add that to your comments as well, so it becomes a bit more interesting for me to discuss it as well, because it's a discussion. I'm going to entertain you. I can run around. I can, like Rafael asked me to stand up, I can stand up. But if generally that this if you don't have any other thing to that, yeah, cool. But I will just mention that. What do you think about US30? Hello, ready. Zizar. Ivan, what caused USDN sell-off on Friday out on FB? I am absolutely not sure. I'm going to refrain from commenting on the fall on USDN because I do not understand. Okay, so I only want to talk about something that I know about, and I honestly don't know. And I do apologize for being knowledgeless, but I actually need to either. Well, what was the news around? But that's NFP, isn't it? We're getting NFP on Friday. Yeah, it's probably NFP on Friday. Why was yen so strong? Not too sure. US30 was asked for. And I can do the indices as much as I love the indices, but I'm actually going to double check that if I actually have orders left in my account. FX Pro is, and I hope it doesn't load the wrong. Okay, it was on the right screen. Do I have any orders now? Nothing. I have nothing. Nothing. I have nothing. So yeah, cool. I see oil going back up again. USD is falling hard. Euro dollar is also falling a bit, and US 10 is S&P 500 is falling again. So US 30. What are we thinking here, people? I would say, first of all, that is kind of support. That's the only thing you have, and I would say it's broken. So if I were to do anything here, what is it? Is this a bullish? Is this bearish? Is this a good entertainment? Is this good? Sorry, that's my brain thinking. Is this good levels? No, I wouldn't say so. So if I am going to be a US 30 trader only, I'm going to wait. And it's probably going to be a long wait because we still haven't recovered to go bullish again. Now, we are in March. Are we supposed to peak in May? Yeah, we're supposed to peak in May. So if you are thinking, well, these might go higher, I want to peak in May, we should probably look for a bullish move, but we can't control it. So if you go to like last year, what happened to last year around now? Let's just casually seeing, Casually seeing last year, we had a low on 5th, and then we went higher. So there's hope. Let's go to the year before that again. What happened in, well, that was probably not a good idea to do 2020, but we can do 2019 probably. And we shall see in March, around 11th, 7th, 11th. That was a low, and it went higher after that. So it peaked 1st of May. That is my theory at the moment. So I'm just going to be cool, ready, willing, and able, but I'm not going to buy it right now. Have you started any flash crashes? And is this time to be careful around some of these less liquid pairs? Flash crashes. I've studied some of them, and they are. This is not in particularly very less liquid market. Unless you go for lower liquidity pairs, like more. If you go into like not majors, you are more prone to having flash crashes. Yes, such as SAR, Turkish lira, ruble, NOK SEK. Those are probably less liquid right now. Not that I have any proof, but those have more potential for it. So how do you protect yourself then? You're going to go for more major currencies then. So is that good, Michael? Michael? I have called someone Dwayne for a long time. It was actually Don, and I do apologize. So if I say you're wrong, name you wrong, please come into my score and say, hi, Evan, I need to talk to you, and I will listen to your name, and I will forever be regretful of saying your name wrong. What do you think about a Euro CAD? Because it's at 50% retracement. So first of all, people, I don't know what you are doing on Euro CAD, but we can go to Euro CAD then, because that's week. Is that a good trade? No, it's not a good trade. I don't know what 50% retracement you are thinking of, but I'm thinking 50% retracement of this move. We're not even at 23. If we go to 1 hour, you're probably thinking that this is a 50% move of that one. Okay, then you're on the shorter time frame. And if you're thinking, well, that should probably be a good sell, it is not a good sell because we are way too low. If you're thinking like a day trader, you still haven't got up to some resistance that we can actually start discussing and talk about. So I would say that is your resistance. Until then, adios. So I do disagree that EuroCAD is a good sell. I do disagree that EuroCAD should be traded. And I do disagree that we are at 50% retracement because we were at 61. What do you think that euro rally is going to be? So, okay, that is a good question. So, unless I sound like Jim Carrey at the moment, sorry, I apologize for that. There was ECB meeting this week. With oil going higher, we are probably going to think that they might increase their inflation forecast. That will lead to euro strength. So it's kind of the pricing in of what the market think ECB is going to do, more than anything else. Hopefully, I'm not making any. If I use PP, is that a good? That doesn't hurt your ears, right? Hello, William. Yeah, okay, cool. DD. Cool. Just add that. That's okay. Hi, buddy. What do you got on board with yens? My boat is not filled with yens, so but it's kind of that. You're very much welcome. And we all have different training. We all have different analysis. We all have different opinions on something, right? But I'm not hating on anything. But I just want to say on EuroCAD, let's go back to like a time where we didn't have this we didn't have this market. This is a more normal market. Is this a market that you can profitably trade before you see it happening? My answer is probably no. And this is what, if you're trading EuroCAD, well, yes, now it's different, but this market I wouldn't touch with an iron sword, if I want to call it. Like, no. If my strategy was to put here, it will fail. It would fail. Why will it fail? Because it doesn't go to targets. And that was monthly. On weekly, it goes probably from one to another, to the next, to the other. And there is no real structure here. There's no real pullbacks. There's no real reversal. So can you buy here? There's no pullbacks. Can you buy here? Yeah, you can buy here. And then it goes back down again. Or then it goes up. And then it goes down again. So it's a byproduct of something else moving. So if you want to buy the byproduct, cool. You are welcome to buy the byproduct, but I would rather buy the beef instead. Keith Carter asks, what kind of indicators are you using? Using pivot points. They are all free to use, and I am going to give it to you. Here, I think it is. I think this is here. So I'm just going to give you the link, and I can't give the link, can I? I can't give you the link. So I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Probably that's what it is. So before I end this stream, I'm just going to give it to you. I think that's kind of what I would do. Okay, cool. Unless I'm just going to give it to the chat, and then if anyone wants to post that, that's up to you guys. But then there we go. Are you an EC? Are your broker ECN ebook? Is it? I'm not too sure actually. I'm just testing now, by the way. Yeah, there we are. So there is my my indicator, or not my indicator. I use this indicator. It's my good friend Joe Boss. There's the link as well. So if you have any questions, I'm the right guy to ask because I have direct access to them. I wouldn't poke the market with a wooden stick. So oil, we can talk about oil for the long time of it. So here we are, and we are just going to make sure that I would have lost money if I bought there. So let's go through oil. Okay, I'm just going to stand a bit since Rafael wanted me to stand. So that was that content, Rafael. You're welcome. Oil has hit its target for the week. And the rate of the fall makes me believe that most took profit. And that is a huge red flag. So for me to start buying or selling here, I wouldn't touch it. So what happened? I was talking with my good friend Harold, and we were discussing it, and and we're discussing the possibility of an Iran having a deal. And apparently over the weekend, it wasn't possible anymore. But so yeah, that is kind of two very big potential outcomes can move the market extremely, would potentially infect the market. So I took one side of it and took the scare away. I apologize to my account, but I actually got 0 out of it. If you want to see it, you're welcome. I probably lost something on it, but I'm going to go to account history. I'm going to go to oil. There it is. Oh no, I actually have a loss on it. Oh, glorious. Oh, okay. For those who wants to see, there we go. That is my actual order, my actual trading, and there we go. One of them actually. So, isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Now you know. Okay. So, the two major movers of oil are Europe and America going to make Russia go not banning oil to Europe? That is less likely now. It was a bit likely on Friday. Less likely now. That's what market fell. Iran, are they going to have a deal? And apparently no, because they haven't really been. They're still discussing the nuclear part of the deal, and they apparently haven't given them sufficient answers. So what? Now the question is, what is going to happen next? I do not know what's going to happen next. Right now, it's very random. But what I have in mind is either one down to 108 and then up again, or just a complete collapse. If there is a complete collapse, that's probably because of maybe the war is going down. There's less people getting killed in Ukraine. Bless those people. And I don't want war at all. I don't want to put those words in my mouth. I'm sorry to say that. I will take that back. And I would say if the war continues and there's still going to be lots of lives in Ukraine, we probably won't collapse totally. But right now, the bottom is indefinite. Undefined is my word. What trade is good to enter right now? That is an interesting question. It's probably legitimate, but I don't have an answer to you right now. The reason for that is if I'm thinking of selling euro, is this a good level to sell euro at? I might have some, some profits coming in here, but I see I need a bigger pullback before. So right now, my kind of trading strategy would say, wait. Reddit says, okay, I'm just confused why the USL fell hard when fundamentally strong. It was a strong dollar day. Yeah, I can agree with you that. I think it was mostly because of the scare, probably that oil will not flow to Europe. That's going to be my small reason, okay? And then if that was actually the reason, then history will tell me differently. Pound New Zealand. Somebody asked for Pound New Zealand. Raphael. And I came through. We all have our eyes. We all see that this is very low. We all see that resistance is up here, and we can't do anything. So, bye. So my analysis here is it's way too low. It might make a rebound, but your account should be ready at 95 and ready at 96, and see if we get a reversal there. You sold 97.90. Oh my snickersnackers. That is fantastic. Good on you. So you're thinking, what should happen next? Well, I can tell you one thing for free, bro. Is you are in deep profits. You are out of the range. You are you are red alert. I'm not saying that the market will pull back pretty hard, back up to your profit entry, back above your entry and back up again. But I'm saying it has a huge potential. So if you want to profit, maybe So I'm only asking these questions rhetorically always. Are you angry if this one falls more but it's unexpected? Or are you going to be angry if it expectedly go back up again and it goes too close to break even? Just saying. What are you going to be most angry about? Losing the profits or not having way more profits that was not expected? Just a 2 cents there. Pound Aussie is coming in because Kazaza. What are you doing there, Kazaza? Have you bought it? Have you sold it? Are you also thinking that, like the same thing with Pound New Zealand, is if you have sold it, are you going to be angry about if it goes back to your entry? Are you going to be angry about it? Or if it unexpectedly goes lower and you make some more money, are you going to be angry? Are you going to be angry if you take profit now? The question is to you guys that I really want to emphasize on my vast experience is that when it goes down, it goes back up again. Sorry, if it goes down, it goes back up again pretty fast. So like the only wave theory I have in my mind is the first leg is the strongest one. Second leg is not as strong, but still strong. And the third leg it's the, why am I drawing like that? That's the strongest one. Stronger, no, less strong. And the other one is very weak. Or if it is, come back down again. And then there's a strong move. That move there is going to be the reversal. So that is what I call a banana trade. When the market goes boom, boop, boop, and it will do something and then back up again. If this is the type of market that will boop back up again, I'm not saying it will, I'm not saying it should, but it has the potential to it. And if it doesn't, that is why you have more than one order when you enter a trade, so that you can take profit whenever you want, and that the other one be break even and see what happens. Okay? Mikuwara says he got the 50th like. Oh, I also have to put on sunglasses today. 50th like. Oh yeah, boom. That's my man. New Zealand comes in the Redeemer's Hour. Okay, we can. Is CAD yen bullish? Absolutely not. Swissy dollar, which is going to be first. Sorry, I mentioned a couple of them. I'm talking what I'm thinking in my head, but it's probably not good content. But that's what it is. Use the Swissy. Why have I put a do not trade mark on this one? Let's go through it. Da-da-da-da. We are at the bottom. That's your buy zone. I don't know if you buy there or if you sell. I don't know if you buy or sell there. That's kind of up to you. And right now, I think you said you had a buy entry there. You bought at 92.02. Okay. I see you. The question now becomes, who was it? I actually cannot say. Awabakwe? Awabakwe? Yeah. Bakwe? Awabakwe? Something like that. I butchered it. I know. I'm sorry. But, Matheng. Yeah. I did differently. Definitely did that. You are currently in the danger zone. You are profitable in this trade. I'm going to say one thing here. You are in a okay entry. That's a good one. Not financial advice whatsoever, but it's an okay entry. Then I'm going to say, what do you expect to happen next? This comes down to your intent about your trading. Now, do you expect to hit weekly target already? For weekly target is around 93. But if you're thinking, well, I think this is probably going up to some kind of resistance, you're feeling a bit weak, and you're like, well, I don't know. What if it goes back down again? And I'm going to come here and say, you know what? You have done good, son. And if you take profit here, good on you. You're very much welcome. Disconnected. We're connected. Okay. And then I'm going to say, whoa, what happened there? And then I'm going to say, is that enough? I would say it's enough. I would say, okay. Clap on you. Other than that, I would say if it goes higher and your ticket higher, they'll also say you got lucky. So are you going to be lucky or are you going to be within your normal trading? And if this one breaks higher, is that because you were a grader? Or was that because you were thinking it will trend right now? And I would say use this history normally ranges, and it's abnormal for it to trend. That's my answer. Yeah, can somebody come to me and Discord later and say how to say your name? I actually tried my best. Aubaqua. Yeah, it doesn't flow in my mouth. I'm sorry. Megura says I bought at 92.14. Well, still the same. So I would say to you two people, you made a risky move. Are you going to be paid for that risky move? Well, that's up to the market. But you are in a range. You're reaching the target of the range. Are you going to be angry if it goes back down again? Up to you. Okay. Jose comes in and asks for New Zealand dollar. Redeems Hour says New Zealand dollar. Now, you two beautiful people, welcome to the chat. What do you think is going to happen next? Well, sorry. Do you have any open orders here? Have you bought it? Have you sold it? What have you done here? Kind of a thing. What have you done? Daily? What daily? I think this is good enough. This tells you enough. You know, what do you want? Have you any orders in here, or are you just thinking of the analysis? That's kind of what you need to add to that question. You got it, man. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Also remember that guy that I can't say it. And then what is the ending? I'm not too sure if he's Nigerian or if he is Kenyan or Ugandan, but some and not to make fun of African or Kenyan or Ugandan or Nigerian names, but some of them are creative. That's that. And my name is also creative for anyone else except for my own mother. So that's that. Okay. I can see that happening. I understand you. I don't like that you're already thinking about it, but this might be the low you need to break, lower, pull back, something like that tomorrow. Okay, I can see that. But it's definitely has a high danger zone. You are definitely trying to go against the trend, going against the flow, and don't expect too much. And if you go above the previous high, I told you, I think this is not a good setup. Okay, you have a sell. Okay, that's up to you, but I don't think it's a good setup. 68.09. Yeah, you waited to buy 68.09. Yeah, okay. I think that's probably better direction than anything else. Okay, now content. DXY going higher. Aussie. Oh. Okay. Maybe I find it going lower. That is technically now becoming bearish on the 1 hour time frame. You now need a pullback, and it becomes the most aggressive sell probably in your history. But okay, there is hope. Euro, not so much. Needs a bit higher. Pound, we haven't talked about pound, but pound needs to come back higher before we sell it again. Euro New Zealand, is it finally come for a pullback? Can you buy it right now? Can you buy Euro New Zealand right now? I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. Do you know what I'm going to tell you? I'm going to say I love you, and I hate to see that you're trading Euro New Zealand at the moment. That's what I'm going to say. And then pound yen. Nothing to see, nothing to do. USD CAD. Have you bought the bottom? Did you sell the top? Again, I hate to see that you're trading USD CAD because right now it is not really profitable trading at the moment. Okay. Do we agree? Handshake? How do you give a handshake on stream? Handshake? Give me a handshake, please. Handshake. Euro New Zealand USD CAD is not tradable at the moment. Do you agree? I want to see handshakes. Either emoji or type it out. Aussie Yen is now also falling pretty hard. Not bearish yet. But you definitely have the allowance to think that way. But as we all know, we wait to see it coming. We wait for it to start becoming bearish. Is CAD bullish? If somebody asked me, and I said no, and I still agree with myself, no, it's not bullish. Euro yen, way too low, has to come back up to 127 before selling. USD yen, somewhere in the middle, somewhere doing something. Not really too much here. New Zealand yen, also extremely bullish. That's your first buy, and that's probably your second buy level. But it can fall hard on you, by the way. But, you know, that's your risk. I knew that reaction will come out of you, Rafael. Wash your hands. As we have been here on this stream, US oil has not turned anything bullish. Okay, now you know. Nat gas. Ooh, that hurts. Until tomorrow. I hope that it will turn higher again tomorrow. Let's wait. Let's wait and see. Gold. Why has nobody asked for gold? What is wrong with you guys? What is going on? Why is nobody talking about gold? Woo! My lord. Are you guys renewed? Have I guys told you not to trade gold too much? Wow. Are you guys saved from the gold rush? Wow. ET phone home. For those who are old enough to understand that reference, good on you. I want to be a superstar. If you are a gold trader, you're thinking that way down to 1940 level, 45, 50 level-ish. 1950, 1940 level and then higher. Right now, buying is absolutely ridiculous. I'm new here, Jimmy Lee. He is new. Come on, people. Come on. Sharing up. What is this stream about, people? What is this stream here about, Jimmy? This stream is about having fun because we all mentally disturbed people that only wants to cry because we took profit on oil before it went higher, a break even, sorry, and yeah, you know, that's kind of those things. But other than that, we are thinking you are the winner. No, you first of all, you're the winner. I'm here to help you becoming a better trader. And if you have any questions, I am not your oracle, but I will try to answer as best as I can. And if you're here for a laugh, you'll come to a good place. But of course, seriousness. So that's the thing that I have for gold at the moment. It's a bit high. It can go higher by all means, and probably can buy a pullback there. But right now, it's too volatile to be thinking of, you know, anything at all. So there we go. And then the last one was DAX 40. As we prepare for something. Bandage. Okay, cool. And then we have YouTube. And then we have DAX 40, sorry. Not bullish at the moment. Hopefully this will go higher at some point in life. I don't know if it will ever go higher in this time of life, but it doesn't right now, so I can't really trade it. Other than that, I think that if I'm a DAX trader, you can probably sell it if you want to, but I will hopefully buy it at some point. It's at a discount, but it hasn't shown bullish move at the moment. So, it is what it is, I guess. And, if you then want to hear more from me, I have this YouTube channel called EivindFx. This is where I am. I'm stream 1 hour, 1.5 hours before Nick. So you can first go to me, then to Nick, and then go to A1. And then we have a whole day of fantastic things. First of all, subscribe to this channel as well, and in the Discord link below, mostly likely. And then other than that, hope you had a fantastic day. Boom. Hope you're having a good day. And then yeah, have a good day.
Thanks again for watching today's show. Our goal at A1 Trading is to continue to share free value to our audience through daily videos and articles, keeping you up to date with the latest market coverage. If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe for more. And remember to check the description below if you're looking for a new broker, trying to get funded, or looking for a trading community to join. From all of us at A1 Trading, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.